Hey everyone, welcome to this Microsoft SQL Server database tutorials for beginners. So this is absolutely for beginners. If you are new to database, or if you even want to dream of trying to learn or how to create databases and create tables and read values from tables, this is the tutorial for you. So I'm going to make it the most simplest way you can create tables and create database in Microsoft SQL Server. Alright. So before you do this, I want you to go to Google, type Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. Now when you see a lot of people, they're going to help, a lot of links to download it, but you can download it from the Microsoft link. And then once you download that and you install this environment, this is the environment I'm using right now. So once you install this environment, then you can really start following along with me to do exactly what we're doing. Alright, first step, for you as a beginner, your first target is to do this Crud operation. Crud operation is a very common word used by database developers. Okay, so this Crud operation is the very basic, the very fundamentals, the real first beginning that you need to start doing. What is the meaning of Crud operation? Crud operation means create, read, update, and delete. So C is for create, R is for read, U is for update or edit, delete, D is for delete. So the read is like read or select it or read the values, update or edit. So you get the whole idea right now. Alright, in SQL Server database, for you to make a comment, you do just do this dot, and then everything else you write here, this is a comment, this is going to be a comment, right? Okay, so you get the idea. So this is comment right here. Okay, so how do you create a database in SQL management and SQL Server database? Alright, so how to do that is, okay, alright, so I already have a database created here called SqlDB and SqlDB1. Okay, but if you're going to create a database, the first time you open this this development environment, you're going to see it's going to be like this. On the left hand side, you're going to see it's going to be like this. You have to right click on the databases. You will see new database. You will see this, click on it. Okay, so this is the very easiest way for you to create database. I'm going to show you that. Once you see this, you're going to see here it says database name. Okay, so just give it your database name. So I'm going to call it school. So because I'm trying to create a student table, so I just want to call it SqlDB. Okay, so I already have SqlDB created here in this table, in this database, so I'm going to call it SqlDB2. But you can actually leave it for your own, just leave it SqlDB. Don't put it SqlDB2. It's for the sake of this database, I'm actually giving it SqlDB2. But just leave yours as SqlDB, okay? But I'm going to give it SqlDB2. Okay, so just leave yours as SqlDB, okay? So you just create it like that. So it's going to create, the query is executing. Alright, just like that, you've created the database. Okay, so when we go here to databases, look, we have SqlDB2. But again, if you created SqlDB, you're going to see SqlDB. For me, it's supposed to be SqlDB if you created just SqlDB. Okay, the name should be SqlDB for you. But if you did SqlDB2, you're going to see it right here, SqlDB2. Whichever way you create it in, you're going to see it right here. Okay, so that's creating the database. Okay, so I will expand this so you see what is here. Okay, database views and all those things. You're more interested in the tables. Okay, tables. Right now, for me, I created student tables already. But if you go to your own, this is a new one I created, a table, you're not going to see anything right here because you've not created the student table. Alright, how do you create now the student table? Before I show you how you create the student table, I'm going to show you how to create the database by programmatically. So whatever you can do by clicking here, you can also do it programmatically. The keyword create is to create anything in SQL database. Okay, now I'm creating a database, so I'm going to give it a keyword name as database. Okay, and then the name of the database, very important. Whatever you put here is going to be the name of the database. So if you're going to create programmatically, you can do Sql DB, okay, like that. But we already have Sql DB here, so if you try to execute this, it's going to complain that the name already exists. So you want to put maybe Sql DB2 or Sql DB3, just to make sure there's a different name from what you have here. And then once you do that and you hit execute, it's going to create a new database again for the name that you put here. So I'm going to give you, pause the video for a while, and then type this by yourself, and then give it a different name. You can give it like University DB, something like that, and then hit execute. When you're hitting execute, please just hit execute. Please make sure you select this. If you have some other things here, like if you have other stuff here, make sure you select this before you hit execute. Otherwise it's going to complain as well. But if this is the only thing you have on this screen, you can just hit execute. But if you have something else, please make sure you select it. Okay, so now you created your database. You know how to create database by clicking right here, by just clicking on the databases, and in the dialog box pops up, and and then by also programmatically creating it too. So you know the two ways right now. Very important that you know the two ways. All right, now I want to create a table. Okay, I want to create a table. How do you create a table? So I'm going to come here to the database, to the table. Like you see, when you expanded this guy, you expanded this guy, or maybe yours. For me, I already have it. I already created a table here. Okay, so when you expanded this guy, if you expand this guy now, you're going to see tables. Right click on the table. Right click on the table. It's going to give you this option of table. Click it, table. Automatically you're going to see these things here. So what you're going to do is, now you have to now student ID. For me, it's going to be like student ID. Okay, student ID, because I'm going to create a student. For here, right here, you have the option. You have the option to select any of these guys, but specifically it's going to be an integer because it's a student, right? So it's a student ID. ID starts from 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5. All those are numbers. It's integer. For this one, you unselect it because this is going to be like the main column. It's an ID. It's very important. This allow nulls means that if you select it, it means that you allow this column to be empty. Sometimes somebody can allow it to be empty. No, I don't want it to be empty. I want it to have value. So I'm going to specifically select unselect this one. So I want it to have value, so I'll select that one. I also want to set it as primary key. Okay, so primary key means that from any other table you're coming to this table, this is how you get to this table, by this key. This is the primary key. This is the main key here. So this is going to be varchar, the name varchar. Just let's leave it 50. It's okay. I'm going to put address as well. Sorry, address. This is also going to be varchar. Okay, and I'm also going to put allow what's it called? I'm also going to allow city. Okay, this is also going to be varchar. Okay, so just to make this balanced, I'm going to allow this one to be allow null for this one. Okay, so I'm going to now like save this thing now. Just save it. Okay. Now it's going to ask me what is the name of your table, so I'm going to say school student. Save it. Click OK. Or it's complaining about. Okay, so that's it. So now if you refresh this now. So once you do that, you're going to see that you're going to have your students.